今日は Duo セレクトのセクション13以降のシャドーイングを実施します。
Section 13.
Section 13.
In general, people
In general,
respond better to
people
praise
respond
than to
better
criticism.
praise than to criticism.
The moment he referred to it, she burst into tears and turned away.
Turned away.
This chart illustrates how your brain reacts to stimuli. The party's policy has been polished to appeal to the middle class. She's flexible and capable of adjusting to any circumstance. The species that cannot adapt to climate change will become extinct. I felt sort of nervous at first, but I soon got used to it. First of all, notes should be brief and to the point. This machine is superior to previous ones in many features. What's more, it's less expensive. All nuclear facilities are subject to inspection. If you are sensitive to local customs, the people will accept you. We are always open to dialogue with our opponents. Section 14.
A generous man contributed an enormous amount of money to the charity. Going abroad will add new dimensions to your perspective. This material will give off a poisonous gas if it is exposed to the sun. I'm tired of explaining it to you over and over again. As he points out, those chemicals do serious harm to the environment. Leave it to me. I won't let you down. The boss introduced me to his staff at the meeting. We have paid particular attention to this subject. I was conscious that they were laughing at me behind my back, but I ignored it. I wanted to yell at him, but managed to hold it back.
Watch out! That's a trap!
Bob shouted to Lisa. I was mad at him because he got in my way on purpose.
Section 15. Apparently, he fell in love with the clerk at first sight. An elderly man sat next to Joe and stared at him for a while. You can tell at a glance which one is genuine. Before going into details, let's take a quick look at the summary. I'm looking for an apartment. Since I'm single, anything will do for now. Nick never gives us a hand without asking for something in return. The police are searching for a man who escaped from prison. If you don't apply for the job, you'll regret it. Individual rights have been sacrificed for what is called the common good. They can no longer take those privileges for granted. The officer was offended when he was mistaken for a thief. EC stands for Electronic Commerce. Section 16.
Bob lacks confidence because Lisa keeps on rejecting him. I've got to concentrate on what's going on now. I'm afraid their relationship won't last forever. We need your constant support to continue our research. Your judgment must be based on reason, not on prejudice. I bet you'll be disappointed if you count on them. Whether you get promoted or not depends on your performance. For the most part, Japan relies on the U.S. for its security. The theme of the exhibition is "Turn trash into treasure." This fairy tale has been translated into several languages. The country is divided into 3 regions, each with its own distinct geography.
Section 17. The plane crashed in flames, killing all the passengers and crew. When he insulted her, she hung up the phone in anger. This tool is convenient. For example, it folds
No, it's convenient. It falls in half. She dressed in pure white to stand out in the crowd. You assured me that the facility is in good condition, except a few scratches. He rested in the skull naked in public. We are responsible for preserving World Heritage sites that are in danger. What's the matter, Bob? Can I have a word with you in private? She tends to define herself in terms of the proof of the others. In my opinion, not all disasters are inevitable. His grades are excellent, not terrible. In other words, they are decent. He wrote the resignation form in person. The communications revolution will affect us in both a positive and negative way. In a sense, the strength of the U.S. comes from its racial diversity. A labor union plays a significant role in maintaining a worker's benefit. Section 18. Actually, she is more interested in his fame than his character. The number of people who are engaged in agriculture is decreasing. Unlike me, he has blind. I believe in evil spirits. Don't be ridiculous. Internal document revealed that the former mayor. I was stuck in a traffic jam. Tom neglected what he is supposed to do as the man in charge. The U.S. frequently interfered Japan's domestic affair. Sure, why not? We can't move in until all the utilities are connected. It is my belief that hard work pays off on the long run. In the end, the man turned out to be innocent. Section 19. We are very satisfied with the tremendous program we have made. We are quite pleased with the new surroundings. Even if you haven't handled them, you are probably familiar with probably work. Modern civilization was faced with great challenges. Bob compared his annual income with others and felt miserable. In Japan, many people believe a lot of time for your personality. He hesitated to mention anything that is associated with the past. I won't bother to vote in the next section for outcome. Bob pretended to be influential, but he is crazy about them. Bob is concerned about what this can to him. As for me, I don't care. Section 20. What for use of all fossil fuel? You better use fixed strength or tired up. So-called minority U.S. population. The primary aim of this study is to find out their effect with rain and forests. Tom is anything but ordinary. I can't figure him out. They could just make out that big shape in the distance. In any case, you have to work out in your no. Stay away from guys like that, or get into trouble. What can we do to prevent youth to turning to violence? We must take aggressive measures to keep off and crime. Section 21. Some cruel experiments are underway in the laboratory. He's been under pressure to react to the degradation. We must take bold action before the situation is out of control. Your request is absolutely out of the question. Whenever you come up with an idea, write it down immediately. He got up them in the middle of a steep hill. He put away a pile of blankets and helped her and laundry. I'd rather give it away to the other thief and throw it away. Section 22. I did not recognize you, Bob. I put out it decently. よし。では、今日の